Welcome back to the Compressor Guru. This is another bonus episode on business survival and how to thrive. And this was a mistake. I'll tell you about my mistake. Then I'll tell you about the solution. I did not learn this from the Votech course I've told you about in other episodes. A friend of mine, Dave Cutera, who used to own a monument company, he was a customer of mine because of the air compressors, explained this to me, and it made a big difference in my ability to thrive in business. My mistake was I would work and work and work, and there's nothing wrong with that. Bud's rule number 2 is work hard. I would work and I would charge for my work, and I didn't have a product. Now I sold some parts, but you can only work so much, you die. And you get to charge for the work you do, but you work so much, you die. There's no limit to sales, though. Here's the example. A widget. We all know what a widget is. It's that fictional device that we use to explain manufacturing process. We want to explain the process, but we're not going to explain we're manufacturing cameras or computers. A widget is just a fictional device. So, let's say you work. We'll start with the problem. You work 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, forget overtime, you make $10 an hour. You made $700. And you do that week in and week out. Maybe you get a vacation once or twice a year, but you do that so long, you die. You can't work that much, that hard, that long, that regular, and not wear yourself out. And you're limited to how much money you can make by the sweat of your brow, the time of the day, the labor at hand. A salesman goes into work, this is Dave Cutera telling me, a salesman goes into work Monday morning and the phone rings and somebody wants 700 widgets. And you tell them, I'll get back to you with a quote. And you call your widget factory, you find a widget factory, and you say, I need a price on 700 widgets delivered to State College, Pennsylvania. And they give you a price and they say they're $10 a piece. Okay. You call your customer and say, I can have them delivered to you, $11 a piece, you pay the freight. And in a matter of 3 or 4 phone calls, and he says, yes, here's a PO, and you call the supplier back and say, ship them. And in a matter of 3 or 4 phone calls, you just made $700 on 700 widgets. More times than not, Mondays go like this for me. I'm not saying I got rich every Monday, but there's a lot of days early in the week I'll get a phone call and I'm like, if I could have worked all week and not made that much money. And the lesson here isn't about widgets, but you need a product. You want to have service. That was part of another episode, service, price, and quality. You want to have good service, but you need a product. Your product needs to be something that's repeatable, and it helps if you become known for it. But by having a product, you get to make the money on the truck driver delivering it, you make the money on the factory manufacturing it, you make money on the farmer or the mill manufacturing the raw material for the widget itself. And when you look at it, the mill makes this much money on the product. The manufacturer makes this much product on a product. The trucking company makes this much money on a product. And you have the ability to make this much money on a product. This much. I didn't hold that up very long. There's no limit to sales. And you need to keep your service. And I have a couple of customers that treat me like a purchasing agent for their specialty items they need. I won't mention the manufacturers, their manufacturers, but their normal material they use, they don't call me for that. I don't sell that stuff. But they might have a press or a machine that needs a motor, or we sell the one customer quite a few solenoids. And they'll call and they'll give me a part number and they say, we don't know where to get these. Can you find them for us? And yes, I can find them for them. And I call them back, I mark it up, and they say orders 15 or 10 or whatever they were. And you can actually develop a clientele where you're a purchasing agent for odd stuff. So you need a product. That's the tip. You need a product. This is the Compressor Guru with business survival tips and how to thrive. Hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. And don't forget to hit that bell so you get more tips like this every time we put something up. God bless. Have a great day. Do I need to re-explain anything?
No. You really needed to explain what a widget was in the beginning, and you finally did.
Okay.